Alright, and I think we're up. What's up, guys? G-Man here. I'm doing, sorry, Super Mario Odyssey World Peace speedrun. And pretty much how World Peace differentiates from any percent is, any percent you just beat the game as fast as possible to get the minimum amount of moons and stuff. But World Peace, you have to beat the last story objective of every kingdom. And this doesn't necessarily mean this doesn't necessarily mean to do every story objective, because there are actually some kingdoms that you could skip some story objectives. So I'm gonna get into detail when that comes. Just give me a sec and I'll be ready. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, cool game, multiple kingdoms. You have to get a minimum amount of moons in every kingdom. Some kingdoms there's like 5, some kingdoms there's like 20. Just give me a sec there. Oh god, that is not what I wanted to do. Jesus Christ. Just give me a sec. And we're good. Alright. So, I think I'm ready. And we are ready to start. So, I guess I'll just go do a 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, start. So, yeah. First kingdom is Cap Kingdom. You have to go through like 30 seconds of cutscenes before you could do like actual movement. So, yeah. Also, I'm not streaming with capture card, so you're gonna see this little Pokemon box here. Just ignore it, kinda. So, you start off in the Cap Kingdom. Basically, Mario falls down Bowser's ship, and Cappy, who is one of the monitors of this kingdom, pretty much citizens, wakes you up. And you have to go to that top hat tower above on the right. And you could see my form of movement is rolling. And how you roll is you literally just motion control shake. So every time I roll, I'm doing a shake on my controller. So, yeah. This kingdom is pretty much just a tutorial kingdom. Pretty much shows you how everything works. We're just gonna speed through it. Yeah, I'm so glad that this game allows you to skip cutscenes, because if you weren't able to skip cutscenes, this game would be maybe twice as long, honestly. Some cutscenes are really long, so I'm glad that you can skip them. Gonna do a cool trick here. You're normally supposed to go on the right side of the tower, but you can go through the left side just like, oh dang it, I missed it. I mean, that was our first boss, by the way. We just kind of destroyed it like that. It's really easy to kill it fast. It's pretty much as easy as it looks. And that's basically Cap Kingdom right there. We shoot out the wire. The Mario Odyssey logo shows up. And that's that. Skipping cutscenes, I'm missing out on the lore. Imagine lore in a Mario game. Yeah, Infinite's right. There's like 26 minutes of cutscenes, even with skippable cutscenes. Yeah, that was Cap Kingdom. So now we're moving on to Cascade Kingdom, which is like an actual kingdom. So we're gonna capture this chain chomp, break through this rock here, and get our first story moon. Back in the day, you used to be able to skip the first story moon by doing some interesting jumps, but since we're on version 1.3, you can't do that anymore. But version 1.3 has faster loads, so it makes it faster anyway. Yeah, we got our first power moon, and I'm gonna be coming up on a trick called Dino Skip. So we're just gonna go through all these cutscenes, and then I'm gonna go up to the sledge here and capture this dino. And what we're gonna do with this dino is we're gonna go yeet. You're gonna see. As you can see, we went yeet, and we got up to the boss fight without having to go through the 2D section. So now we're just doing this boss fight. You just have to capture the chain chomp and then like release it on her face. And yeah, you just do that 3 times and then that's the boss fight. Not too difficult. And then after this boss fight, you get this multi-moon. But that's not the end of Cascade Kingdom. We still need to get 1 more moon. Because right now we're at 4 and Cascade has a minimum of 5. So there's a really close moon up on top of a cliff here. It's like kind of to the left here. I'm just gonna grab it and then leave to the next kingdom. Just grab this moon, and then every time you leave a kingdom, you need to globe, which is pretty much just depositing the moons that you got in order to lead to the next kingdom, which is what we're gonna do. All the cutscenes here. This globing cutscene has like a minute and like over a minute and a half before you actually get to play the video game again. Which is a little bit annoying, but you get used to it after running this game for so long. Maybe not a minute and a half, like a little over a minute. I'm just gonna mash through this text really fast here. Normally, Cabby shows you this action guide that tells you how to do stuff in the video game, but you just completely skip that by mashing fast. Alright, so this is where stuff actually gets interesting because we're gonna do a pretty cool skip later on in like a few minutes. First, we're just gonna grab some fast moons. As you can see, this kingdom has 16 moons minimum. Yep, got that bird moon, and now we're gonna go this way to get that archway moon up there. And you see what they did there after I did roll, that's what's called a roll cancel, which is pretty much you throw Cappy and jump at the same time, which keeps your speed from the roll. Also, I'm doing a cool trick here called Dram Strat. I don't think I got it, but pretty much you want to capture the bullet bill. I actually got it, wow. I did not think I was gonna get it. But yeah, I got Dram Strat, and now we're gonna head into a trick called IP Clip, which is what Infinite said. Which is pretty much, you saw what I did with roll canceling, it keeps your speed. So we're gonna do what's called an instant roll cancel. which means we get so much speed that we could just clip through this wall right here. If I can get it. If I can get it. It's taking a little bit longer than normal. Okay, there we go. And every time I go through like a loading transition or something, you always want to do what's called a spin pound, which is pretty much kind of like a ground pound, but a little bit faster. And it allows you to instantly accelerate from a roll. You can't do it in the 2D section, which is why I don't do it. You just kind of start running in these 2D sections. But we're going up to our first big boss. Well, not big boss, but our first boss that's not in regular any percent. By the way, that IP clip, it skips you 2 story moons. So normally you would get 2 extra story moons before going. You normally get 2 story moons before being able to go into the inverted pyramid clip. That's what it stands for, by the way, IP, inverted pyramid. But you could just do an instant roll cancel the clip through there. This boss is Harriet, by the way. She's just as easy as the Cat Kingdom boss. Even easier. So you just have to throw her spike ball at her. And yeah, that's Harriet. I lost a little bit of time in IP clip. Top runners of this game, they can get it like first or second try, no problem. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how they do that. And that's Harriet. So that's the first half of Sand. We're gonna move on to the second half of Sand where we're gonna fight our last boss. By the way, I got that checkpoint, if you saw after Dramstrat. I got the checkpoint, and the reason why is we're gonna warp to here. Warp to there to get some pretty fast moons. And we're gonna do another strat called the Bullet Bill Juggle. You'll see what I mean. Gonna warp here. You can fast travel to any checkpoint, which is really neat. I love that addition of this game. Gonna go to the left here, capture a Bullet Bill. Get this Pillar Moon, and then right after, get this Rock Moon. Oh yeah, okay, I knew that. So we're gonna bring this Bullet Bill over here. And yep, we successfully did it. Never mind, if you want to actually keep the Bullet Bill there. But that's fine. We got the Bullet Bill Juggle itself, which saves some time. As you saw, we went from like one Bullet Bill to the other to break the cage and then to travel. Normally you're supposed to travel the Bullet Bill all the way up to that ground pound moon. But I kind of failed it. Didn't lose too much though. So now we're in this ice cave. There's a quick moon up here that you can just grab. You need the Goomba height from it. Oh my god, roll, please. And yeah, I'm dead. I tried to do a strat there. You get a fast Bullet Bill capture. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna wait here. You can capture the Bullet Bill faster there, but I failed it. lasts shorter than it normally does, but it's fine. Still made it. And so now we're in the cave of the last boss of sand. There's another fast capture that you can do, but as you saw from last time, I'm not gonna try and do it. This is Knuckle Tech. Pretty much, you have to get the knuckles to land on an ice cube, and then you can capture the knuckle and slap him in the face. Cool boss. And you just gotta do that 2 more times. And you have a bunch of downtime here. You can just press cap throw a bunch of times. Got kind of lucky that he hit the ice cube. Sometimes even when his hand is a little bit on the ice cube, it won't register him as on the ice cube. And when he's not on the ice cube, he just kind of moves his hand around a little bit, and then he does the same thing. But yeah, and then here's his clapping phase. It looks really hard to avoid, but it's not, because motion control rolling exists. A really fast movement. And that was a pretty quick Knuckle Tech fight. So now we're just gonna grab this multi-moon, and that's it for Sand Kingdom. Yep. If I didn't die in the bullet bill section, that would have been a good sand. But we're chilling. Just gotta go through a lot of cutscenes, and then we have to deposit our moons, which is even more cutscenes. In short, this game's a lot of cutscenes. You'd be surprised how many cutscenes there are in this game. Like, I could have refilled my water bottle there, to be honest. I think I have water in my backpack. I might actually get some. Guess I don't have water in my backpack. I'm about to die of thirst. And so that's the end of Sand. Next kingdom is Lake. Which, there's only one boss in this kingdom, and it's the same as any percent. So we're just gonna breeze through this. This one only requires 8 moons, so it's a shorter type of kingdom. Just gonna breeze through. I have cool movement in this kingdom, you're gonna see. Missed the grandpa moon there somehow. And you think that I'm just throwing my captor at nothing there, but there's actually a zipper that you can capture, and when you zip through, it gets you a moon. And then there's a moon in this little hole. Yeah, Lake is honestly one of my favorites, just casually. Speedrun. In the speedrun, it gets kind of boring. But yeah, casually, Lake is really cool. It's also really relaxing. And so now we're gonna go up to this boss here. This boss is Rango. Once again, as easy as Harriet and Topper. And yeah, just like that. The bosses are really quick, besides some of the later bosses, which are actually difficult. I'm actually gonna die right now. The later bosses are really difficult. to be honest. Doing them fast, they're really difficult, but these bunnies are super easy. You can breeze through them, even casually. Still have water in my water bottle. Let's go. And so we have all of our moons. Just gonna deposit those. Next kingdom is a longer one, kind of like sand. It's the Wooded Kingdom, which has multiple bosses that you can't skip, which kind of sucks. You can only skip story objectives in 2 kingdoms, which is kind of sucky. And sand was the first one. The next one will be later on in the run. So now we're moving on to Wooded. Just gonna mash through this text again. And the first story objective that we gotta do isn't actually a boss, it's just killing a piranha plant. But before we're gonna make our way there, we wanna get a few fast moons here. You can juggle this rock here to get a rock moon while grabbing the bunny. So we grab the bunny moon after because we're going on our way to this way. I'm gonna do a cool trick called nut clip right now. As it sounds, you clip through the nut. You clip through the nut moon. It doesn't really save much time in World Peace. It saves more time in 80%. But pretty cool clip. You could just, when you throw your hat at a pretty precise time, you could just clip through the wall because the game lets you. And so now we're going to go into this red maze. Normally you need this red maze to get to the other side of the Wooded Kingdom, but you could just completely skip it by doing a cat bounce. And so now we just get this piranha, and that's the piranha story. And so now we're gonna go to another bunny boss, but first gonna do a hard trick called Flower Road Skip. As it sounds, we skip the flower road by doing a triple jump cat bounce. I did a triple jump to skip having to go through the tower there. Saves a good amount. It's called tower skip. I'm grabbing these coins, but they don't actually matter since you're not buying moons from the shop. And yeah, that's Spirit. Once again, all the bunnies are super easy. And that's not the end of Wooded, as you saw, because we still have a bunch more moons. We're gonna get those quick moons going into our last boss, which is Torque Drift. You'll see, he's pretty interesting. Just gonna make our way there. Takes a while. You can't really warp to any checkpoints like you did in Sand because the checkpoints don't appear until after Spirit. Thought I would get a triple jump. So now we're gonna use these rocket flowers to go up to this fence. So now we're gonna capture this tank again. Capture the tank, Jesus. And we just gotta shoot these 4 targets. Pretty easy. I say that as I miss all of them. That was a really bad aim. And every time I take damage and you get a moon, you get like a 2-second damage refill cutscene, which I'm trying to get a good time is pretty annoying. I took damage there, so I'm gonna have to do the damage refill cutscene. It doesn't lose a whole lot though, which is good. So now we just gotta go into this hole, and then we're gonna be in the torture fight. Every time that little menu pops up, that means I'm skipping a cutscene. The menu pretty much translates to skip the movie, yes or no are the options. They call cutscenes movies, which is dumb. But I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I just took damage. And so basically in this fight, you just want to hit every one of those blue orbs that are trapped in those blocks. And they're always in the middle of the blocks, so this fight's pretty easy, to be honest, if you just know where the blocks are and how the blocks move. So yeah, and this will be our last block. And then we just gotta hit the torture for the butthole. And that's Wooded Kingdom. Gonna make the volume a little louder, because the music is good. Sorry if I'm coughing a lot. And so now we're just gonna deposit our moons. And that's with the game. Just gonna stand up, take a little break. So many cutscenes. You could literally just do a whole stretch session. Alright, so next kingdom is literally just a boss fight kingdom. It's Cloud Kingdom. All you do is just fight Bowser and then leave. You don't need any moons. There are a few other kingdoms like that where you just do the boss fight and leave. It's a little bit weird, because you don't do anything in those kingdoms. So yeah, you just fight Bowser. You have to get his hat, and then you have to punch him in the balls 2 more times. Gonna do a strat here called fast hats, which is you stand close to the hat, and then you do a precise backflip cap throw. Just like that. And one more. In in this one we take damage because I got snapback. That's dumb. Yeah, that one you're supposed to take damage because it gives you invincibility frames, which you want just in case the purple hats hit you. You want those invincibility frames. Yeah, not getting that fast hat lost me a little bit of time. Still chilling though. Next kingdom is Lost. We're gonna get 10 moons in 2 minutes. So just... Oh, if everything goes right, we're gonna get 10 moons in 2 minutes. So, really fast-paced kingdom. Also really fun to watch. Just gotta focus though. That triple jump that I did was called Meme Tree, because it's a meme. Oh, it used to be a meme because it was so hard. Now it's a meme because it's really easy. That's a little annoying. I dove, but the game didn't dive. This game is susceptible to input drops, meaning sometimes if you press the button, basically I'm scaring the bird like that. His name is Klepto. Because if you don't scare him like that, then he's going to take your hat away. And you don't want him to do that. It's now guaranteed. Anywhere I go, he's not going to take my hat. Also, that torpedo was supposed to hit the block. That's fine though. I could just damage boost. Sucks that death happened. Damn it. That kinda sucks. Tried to go for the wall jumpless, deathless. It's okay, we're right next to the Odyssey anyway. The ship is called the Odyssey, by the way. Alright, well that was Lost. It's not taking us 2 minutes, it took us 3 minutes, but it'd be like that sometimes. Now we're moving on to Metro, a very long kingdom. It's so long that most runners split it into 2 parts, Night Metro and Day Metro. Because those 2 are like almost completely different kingdoms. When you first arrive, it's nighttime. And you have to be the boss in order to turn it daytime. And no, not all the moons in the game are present in Night Metro. So you have to beat Night Metro in order to continue with the game. Gonna get that quick moon. Now we're in the New Donk City Hall. Looks like a big mess of enemies and elevators, but it's not that bad because you could do something like this. Just a little something like that, you know, just skip the entire hall. No big deal. I actually need that checkpoint because we're gonna warp to it later in Day Metro. I did not want to bonk into that. This is Mecha Wiggler. It's a Wiggler, but Mecha. So you have to shoot it with this tank a bunch of times. And normally you want to complete it in 2 cycles. That was the first cycle. I want to complete it in 2 cycles, but hoping I can get it in 2. If not, then I'll get it in 3, which loses like 30 seconds. Yeah, we're manipulating this Wiggler to go to this wall here, because it goes to there anyway. It's just faster to manipulate it there. Excuse me. Thank you. Took a little longer than normal. Overall, decent night metro. We're gonna move on to daytime metro, which is a little bit cooler in my opinion. So in daytime metro, we have to get the musicians to Pauline so that we can start the festival. That's pretty much the story here. Did that little dram strat there. Pretty much any dram strat is just instantly capturing something from a moon animation, which is why I hold out my cap so that I can home on to something right after I get my moon. So we're gonna warp straight to Polly and talk to her. She's pretty much telling us, hey, can you get 4 musicians for me? And so I start with this one. It really doesn't matter what order you do. But, this is what most top runners do first. They do the drummer. And then you would go over here to the right to get the bassist, which also has another moon right next to it. It's hidden in the scrap. Where's Mario? I wonder where Mario is. He just kind of hid. After this, we're gonna get the guitarist, which is a little bit further away. I'm flicking through those cones because it gives you a lot of speed, unless you hit a wall. If you hit a wall, then you lose all your speed, which is exactly what I did. But normally you want to keep all your speed. Alright, I'm gonna warp up here. And go to the left here. That is actually not good. Actually, gonna warp back up. I wanted to long jump there, but my long jump thing didn't come out. strange. Damn it. I got stunned because I dove off the edge. Oh, that is also not good. Wow, I'm literally messing up everything. Well, yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Except you're supposed to do it from that cafe over there. Lost a little bit more time than I wanted to, but it's fine. Now we're in the sewers here because pretty much there's a piranha in the power plant that's stopping the festival from happening, because obviously if you don't have power then you can't really put any lights on. What's my favorite kingdom? Honestly, so many kingdoms are good in this game, it's hard to pick. My favorite kingdom in the speedrun is probably Bowser's, to be honest. I like Bowser's Kingdom, which is the second to last kingdom in the run. It's a little bit linear, but there's a lot of cool tricks that you can do in it, which you're gonna see later in the run. By the way, I made my estimate because I haven't done World Peace in a while. I normally run any percent. But this run is on pace to be a lot lower than the estimate, just saying. Estimate's a 130. This might end up at like a 122. Yeah, this is a pretty fun run. I sometimes run it as like a break from any percent because it's very different and it's definitely not as hard. It's pretty easy to get into, besides all of the clips like IP clip. But you could also do the runs clipless, which loses a lot of time, but it's a completely separate category on speedrun.com, which is nice for people that don't know how to do the clips. It's really neat. Yeah, this is the festival. It's pretty much just a 2D section. Honestly, very overrated. People say like, wow, this is the best part of the game. I love the festival. I mean, yeah, the music is amazing. I love the music, but what if Mario was called Wario? I can't give a good answer to that. What if Mario was called Wario? I'm at 1 HP. This is not good. Am I gonna die in the festival? I hope not. Okay, I'm not gonna die. We just have to kill Donkey Kong here, and that's the end of the festival. Just have to exit this pipe, and then Pauline's gonna give me my multi-moon to finish off Metro. If Mario was called Wario, then society would be vastly different. I'll say that. Kill Donkey Kong, call Peter. Oh no, dude. Run's dead. I killed Donkey Kong. Thermal's gonna call Peter on me. It's over, dude. I'm actually screwed. Oh no. What have I done? The next kingdom is Snow. Snow is the last kingdom that you actually skip story objectives in. And you skip a lot of story objectives. Yeah, you specifically skip 4 story objectives, because normally you'd have to get 4 story modes. And then you get access to the final objective, but you could just go straight to the final objective using something similar to IP clip. So we're just going to mash through all this text. And you start outside of the actual Shiveria. So basically you just want to go straight in. Yeah, you can just ground pound into the town, and you're in. I'm gonna get a few fast moves before doing the snow clip, which is what it's called. A lot of people prefer any percent because it's definitely more fast paced. I chose world peace because it might be more entertaining to the viewer. So I'm about to do upstairs snow clip. There's a downstairs snow clip too, but it's way harder. You just have to roll cancel here. It's not working for some reason. That's weird. Should practice this. It's definitely taking way longer than normal. I usually find upstairs easier, but upstairs is not treating me right today. Okay, there we go. And then you just got a long jump off this platform and you're in there. Yeah, that took about 40 seconds longer than normal. And so we have to talk to this this bounding boy. We're gonna use him to get into the bound bowl race. Pretty much he says that he doesn't want to race because he thinks that he's too slow. A little bit of a self-esteem issue, to be honest. But we're basically capturing him, and everybody thinks that we're slow, but we're actually gonna win because this race is really easy. And at first casual playthrough, it's really difficult, but once you know how the bounder works, it's really simple. And you could do a bunch of snow shortcuts like this. But you don't want to hit the dark snow because it slows you down considerably. So you just want to stay on the actual road. Yeah, basically, Ace. You're forcing him to race. And then, after he's done racing, he pretty much finds his confidence. It's kind of a deep story, not gonna lie, but Nintendo doesn't really go too deep into it. And we got 55.91. An optimal time for me would be like a low 53. But that's pretty good too. Alright, but after this we're not done, even though this is the last story objective. Because there's a bunch of fast moons that we need to get after in the post-world peace state. The reason why it's called world peace is because after you do every last objective, every kingdom is in its world peace state. Which is why it's not just called, like, all bosses. Because it's not actually all bosses. Actually, I mean, technically it is. Actually, no, technically it isn't because there's a boss in snow that you skip. Oh yeah, fishing is fun. I'm either gonna lose no time or I'm gonna lose like a minute and a half. Yeah, fishing sucks because it's pretty much RNG if he bites or not. If the fish bites. So we're gonna capture Lackey too. And we just pretty much hope that the fish bites. And in this case, he didn't bite. So, yeah, that's gonna be a fat time loss. Now we have to wait for the big fish to reappear. I don't know how this fish works, honestly. I really don't know how the fish works, gonna be honest. I kind of just hope that it works. Usually it doesn't. Okay, this time it actually bit. Now I'm gonna do Snow Dram, which is not similar to any other dram strat. It's a trick jump. Kind of difficult. Wow, I actually failed it. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. That's like 20 seconds time loss. There we go. There's a moon here. That's not actually the intended way to get. Normally you're supposed to go through a painting in post-game, but you could do a pretty hard jump there, which allows you to get that moon. But yeah, that's snow. That took way too long. It normally doesn't take this long. Kind of bummer. But now we're in Seaside, which is a pretty fun kingdom in the world peace, to be honest. You have to get 4 moons, 4 story moons, and you have to fight a boss. Which I'll reveal his name later. But he has a pretty interesting name. So now we're gonna roll over to this gushin here. That's what the enemy is called. Because it gushes water. Completely missed the moon. Yeah. Gonna get the story moon. And now we're gonna go right onto another story moon. We left discussion here because we're going to use it later. Or by later, that means right now. Going to use it to get to this story moon. Okay, you want to keep the Gushin alive because sometimes if you're too close to the story moon, the Gushin will die during the animation. But we were far away enough. You want to keep it so that you can get a fish in the water. It didn't go as far as I wanted to go, but it's fine. We're gonna get this fish here. And then there's a moon under Dory, which we want to get. Yes. This thing is actually called Dory. No Finding Nemo reference at all. Where's the moon? There we go. Took a little damage. Gonna have to do the damage refill cutscene. Yeah, bro, we found Dory, boys. I just spoiled the movie. We found Dory. Found Dory from Finding Dory. Alright, so now this will be our last story moon. We're just gonna get this Gushin on top of the Odyssey, because basically how the Gushin works is, depending on, if you're on the high surface, then you'll go higher. Which is why we go on the Odyssey, because initially the Gushin won't be able to make it to that moon. But since I was on the Odyssey, the Gushin can get more height. And that's all the seal moons. Now we're gonna fight the boss. It's an octopus, and you'll see. His name is Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third Dauphin of Bublain. That right there, that is him, the octopus. Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third Dauphin of Bublain. I really don't want to die in this fight. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let him go ahead. To be honest, I really don't want to die in this fight. Dying in this fight sucks, because you have to restart. Oh dang, he didn't do the island flip. Gonna refill my water here. The Gushin can run out of water pretty easily. And for the last phase, you could just ground pound him. It was pretty slow, to be honest, because I didn't get the island clip. You can clip him into the island by going ahead of the octopus, but it's hard, and I was on 1 HP. I didn't want to risk dying. But yeah, that was Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third Dauphin of Bublain. I had to study that name, by the way. It took me, I used a good hour of my life to study that name. No joke. Here it is for all of you people to say. I'm just gonna type it out in chat. That was Seaside. Pretty fun kingdom. Because you get to fight Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third Dauphin of Bublain. Now we're into Launching Kingdom. Or a notoriously hard kingdom in any percent. Because you do a lot of hard movement. Including World Peace. In World Peace you actually do a good amount of tough movement. And you also fight more bosses. one boss actually. That almost went really bad, but that's all triple. Well, so you get that moon early. Oh, that is not good. That is not good, actually. Can't believe I actually messed up Spirit. Of all the bunnies, the easiest one, I messed this one up. I hate luncheon. Lunchen's definitely a hard one. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I wouldn't want to run it every day. Which more kingdoms had unique themes? Yeah, this one is definitely, this is a unique kingdom. This is probably the last theme I would have expected. Food theme kingdom. It definitely works out pretty well. Except the food geometry. Come on. Yeah, the food geometry is definitely weird. Lost is... Honestly, yeah, I didn't like Lost. I didn't like Lost on my casual playthrough, but speedrunning is fun whenever you do everything right because you completely skip Klepto. Did I? How? What? I killed the I killed the pan bro by bonking on the block. That was definitely something. Oh, I forgot to split on my splits. I'll just skip that. Alright, so we got the cheese story moon. It's a really random story moon, but basically what they had to do was just break the cheese rocks. And now, what they did there was just use the potable as fire to light the flame. That did not go well. Okay, bonk. Alright, and this is a really easy story moon. You just have to capture the meat and then jump up to the multi-moon there. You don't even have to do like a boss or anything. It's that easy. Probably the easiest multi-moon in the game. So now we just have one more multi-moon, which is a boss. Didn't get the camera. We're gonna get the Scarecrow moon. Scarecrow moons are unique in that you can't use your hat, but they're still pretty easy because Mario's movement, even without his hat, is pretty good. That is not what I wanted to do! Oh my god. I messed up my movement in the beginning. Messed up my movement in the beginning and I thought I could save it. Well, that death lost a considerable amount of time, but it's fine. Now we're in this cave section. There's 2 moons in here, the story moon. Wow. I've never died in that room. To be honest, I've never died in that room. Turns out you could actually die in this room. Who knew? Where am I? Where am I? Camera is bad. Oh god. I missed the cycle. Wow. Well, this launch is not something I'm proud of. To wait for the fountain cycle. My plan was to land in the alcove initially without using the fountains. Obviously that plan backfired. Backfired hard. Yeah, that death and the other death from outside the cave was definitely some things I wouldn't have expected. Now we're just gonna do some pretty cool movement, in my opinion. Instead of, you know, using the outside to climb this, you could just do some pretty cool movement on the inside to get up to Cockatiel. Okay, and to get fast kills on Cockatiel, you basically just you wanna hit him in his balls, pretty much. Hit him in the junk. And yeah, so basically I just have to do that 3 times. And Cockatiel's hitboxes are weird. Sometimes when you hit his stomach, it doesn't even like register it. It's a little bit wacky, but I got lucky. This boss fight's pretty quick if you're speedrunning. It's pretty slow if you're not speedrunning. Got lucky there. Let's go. I was a fast Cockatiel. Alright, and we're getting closer to the end of the game. We only have 3 more kingdoms left. One of them being super short, another being pretty long, and another being decently sized. Sorry if you can hear background downstairs. My parents talking. Also, there's a baby downstairs. And that's launching. Next is Ruin Kingdom, which is basically like Cloud Kingdom, just a boss fight, but it's even longer. And there's basically no way to mess it up. At Infinite Gamer. At Infinite Gamer. At Infinite Gamer. At Infinite Gamer. Just kidding. Love you. Wait. Yeah, Infinite Gamer. in my knowledge, is notorious for dying to the ruined boss fight. Which I can say is not easy to do. It's very not easy to die. Because this boss fight is literally an auto-scroller. Like, if 1-1 in a Mario game were an auto-scroller, that would be this. But, like, even easier. You basically just wait for him to be done shooting his spiral spikes, and then when he's done, he's gonna put his head down, and you basically just have to get these chains out of him 3 times. Yeah, basically Dark Souls, but like not Dark Souls. I'd mostly relate this to Harry Potter. I don't know why. Something about this boss fight reminds me of Harry Potter. And also like the scenery. I'm damage boosting onto this boss, by the way, because it can get on time faster. Dark Souls, but not Dark Souls. Pretty much, yeah. Dark Souls, but like, easy. Come on, get those chains. As long as we don't have Sammy explaining the lore of Harry Potter again. Oh god. I wasn't watching the stream during that, but that sounds pretty terrible. And that's Rune Kingdom. You only need 3 moons. And you get those 3 moons from the boss fight anyway. But that's a good break because the next kingdom is Bowser's Kingdom, which is very hard. It was really bad. Oh no. I'm not a Harry Potter fan myself, so I've never even watched any of the movies. But it probably sounds bad. Timing him out. Oh no. Oh no. Must have been really bad. What a nerd. JK. I mean, Harry Potter's cool if you want to like Harry Potter, then you can like Harry Potter. But I know when it gets to like that point. I have some friends that do the same thing, but just Pokemon. Like, all they do is just explain the lore of Pokemon. Also, go, what's up, Glass? My boy. Glass is pretty close to me in any percent time. I'm also a VIP in this chat. Love you, Glass. I'm gonna do Bird Dram right now. You can tell a lot of strats are named after Dram. Dram 55 was a Mario player who came up with the original Sam Dram. And he wanted everybody to not name his tricks after him. Except that's exactly what players didn't do. They named like every trick after him. So yeah, that's why everything is called Dram. And sometimes people make memes like, when you press A on the controller, it's Jump Dram. When you press Y on the controller, it's Cap Throw Dram. Just some stupid stuff like that. Alright, so that was the ogre. We just kill it and get a story move. Here we're gonna get 5 moon shards, which creates 1 moon. Now I just have one more shard left. And that's shards. Pretty cool movement. I like shards. Because it has cool movement. If I didn't recapture that bird boy, then would have been extra spicy. But I'm gonna go for a cool strat called Bowser Dram. You'll see. I guess I'm not going for Bowser Dram anymore. Oh, I'll go for it again. Pretty sure that got it. Yeah, I didn't really save anything with that because I bonked. In fact, I lost a considerable amount of time, but it's fine because it's a marathon. You gotta do all the strats. And this face might look familiar. This is Harriet, but with 2 spike balls instead of 1. It's pretty much like a boss rematch. They tried to make her a little bit harder. Didn't work out. Just saying. Also, yo, what's up, Bluey? Bluey from the task server. By the way, it doesn't matter. There's 2 podiums, one with Harriet and one with Topper. Some people like to contest whether Harriet first is better or Topper first is better, even though in truth they don't lose any amount of time, depending on your choice doesn't lose anything or save anything. So basically, people just fight for who's the best thing. I always go Harriet first, but a lot of people do Topper first, and they're like, oh no, you lost the run, dude. Lost the run because you did Topper first, because Harriet first is superior, obviously. But yeah, Harriet first is superior. Superior, just saying. Don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but Harriet first is obviously superior. Some sketchy movement right now. Topper first gang. Infinite. Hey Capri, can you go ahead and ban Infinite? He was being very mean. This is the mech fight. No, I got such bad luck. I didn't get my spin pound out. Let's see, I need to do Topper. Alright, that was honestly pretty bad luck. I fell off the mech. You normally don't want to fall off the mech at all. But I fell off the mech once. I don't think it's too bad though, as long as I get target acquired. Oh wow, I was actually facing the wrong side of the mech. Alright, I got target acquired. That's when you get super fast like that. It's called target acquired. Mashka's here. Alright. Yes. Having a party right now. I should totally be downstairs. Guys, you didn't hear anything, I swear. You didn't hear. Nothing. I promise. Right, well, that's the second to last kingdom done. Yeah, a quote-unquote party. It's just a dinner party, pretty much. People are coming over. Yeah. Alright, Shadow, you didn't hear anything? Shadow, you didn't hear anything. Shadow, please. Please, just trust me. Please just trust me, dude. I'm gonna cut your ears off. Alright, well that's the second to last kingdom. One more kingdom. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shadow. Alright, one more kingdom. It's the Moon Kingdom. It's pretty short. In casual playthrough, it's really long because you have to go through this moon cave. But I'm gonna do a trick called Moon Cave Skip. Which, as it sounds, skips the moon cave. And it's honestly, it may seem like a hard skip, but it's not. And it saves 5 minutes, so every runner has to do it. Pretty much mandatory. I'm going in diagonal zigzags like that because it gives you more distance. It's called a vector. Nice rocket flower grab, Cappy. Cappy can be such an idiot sometimes. Sometimes he just doesn't home into what you want. As you can see, that was Moon Cave Skip. The jump from the swings up there. You have to wall jump on a very precise spot. It's not super precise. But you have to long jump on a certain spot. And now we're in the church here. We're gonna fight Bowser. That was so stupid. For some reason, Bowser just got my hat for no reason. Kinda dumb. No, Moon Cave does not give you any story moons. Moon Kingdom doesn't even require story moons. It might, it's very ironic. The Moon Kingdom, you don't need any moons to complete it. Obviously, since it's the last kingdom. The Moon Cave has a boss fight in it, but it doesn't even give you a story moon. It just allows you access to the outside of the Moon Cave. Listen, Shadow. Listen, Shadow. It's my hat. I can do whatever I want with it. I'm the king of hats, dude. Mario will be forever known in mythology as the king of hats. Zeus is the king of gods. Mario is the king of hats. And once again, just like the cloud fight, we're gonna damage boost here. And this time it actually worked. Bowser did nothing wrong. Listen, dude. I kinda agree with you. It's not like Bowser's speedrunning this game. I'm speedrunning this game. I gotta get my hats. Now we're in the escape sequence, which is just you capture Bowser and you do some platforming. By platforming, it means just jump where there's a place that you have to jump. There's also a little skip here that you could do. Skip's time to go to the right. I'm not gonna do XD skip. I'll do what's called XD skip, which is a trick in the 2D section, which saves no time. Oh my god. I jumped and it didn't jump, I promise. I jumped and it didn't jump. 2D sections be like that though. That's actually very annoying. That sucks. Alright, well, now I'm not gonna go for any stupid 2D stuff, because I was hoping that maybe I would die to XD skip, but I didn't even die to XD skip. I literally died to the part before XD skip. So now I'm not even gonna go for anything. There we go, that's how you're supposed to do it. Okay, yeah. There we go. I got Mitch XD, which is an XD skip that not only Mitch uses, but it's just called Mitch XD. Because I think Mitch invented it. This time after this escape sequence, yeah, it's, there's just this pillar. There's this pillar section, and then that'll be time. You just have to destroy the 4 pillars, and then get the cube in the middle. You have to swipe the cube in the middle after getting the 4 pillars. I don't know, these pillars are kind of random. I don't even know why this is the end of the game, but it just is. Because time flips upside down, and, I don't know, man. The ending of this game is pretty strange. Come on. Alright. Dude, you're actually serious, right? And I have to start from the beginning, dude. Dude, that has never happened to me ever. I rarely died to pillars. I've only died to pillars in a run, like, a handful of times. That's actually kind of piss off worthy. Damn it, that sucks. We'll still be underestimate, I think. I made my estimate really high just in case something like this happens. By the way, Moon Kingdom is not supposed to be that hard. I don't even know why I'm making that many mistakes. Yeah, I should be underestimate because, once again, I'm about to get to that pillar section. If I die again, then, I don't know, it'll be close. If I die again, then it'll be really close, but if I complete the pillars right now, then I definitely will be under. Fireball got eaten. Rip. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the early pillar there. You can shoot the pillar earlier than normal. But I'll come back to it. I just don't want to die right now, honestly. I just don't want to die, please. Just don't die. Alright, so timing ends. There's going to be a wire in this cube, and timing ends after I shoot out the wire. So it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. 1:28:09. Or 08, whatever. Yeah, 09, okay. Well, that run was something. If I didn't lose like 3 minutes in Moon, it would have been good. But yeah, that's world peace right there. Got world peace in every kingdom. After every world peace run, you do have to do something. You have to check if you have world peace in every kingdom. So I'm just gonna skip all these cutscenes. It'll only take like a minute or something. You have to check if you have world peace. Even though I know I have world peace, you still have to check. Yeah, thanks for the GGs. Yeah, I think we've achieved world peace in every kingdom. That's world peace. Just gonna go through all this. My capture card, it's showing up on OBS. Monko Giga. Hopefully your capture card will be ready, because your race is next. Actually, next will be not a race, but your run is next. Next up is Super Mario Odyssey run, but it's any percent. It's gonna be a bit more fast paced. World Peace is about like 20 minutes slower, a little less. But I got a 128, so Infinite's PB will be about 20 minutes faster. So I'm just gonna go to this thing. I have to talk to Toadette. She's the one that gives you all the achievements. And one of the achievements is World Peace. So the World Peace achievement should be 14 out of 14. Yep, 14 out of 14. That's all the kingdoms in World Peace. So yeah, that is the run. 14 out of 14. And yeah, next one is going to be Super Mario Odyssey any percent by Infinite. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It'll be a bit more fast paced. Some cool movement in there. So hope you guys enjoy it. And I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching. And peace.